Okay, I'll give a short story about myself. Uh, I've been wanting after I completed my high school. I've been dreaming, wanting every day to proceed with my higher education, to go to college, get a diploma, get a degree. Yeah, I didn't perform very well. Time ya Matiang'i alituchapa, so I didn't do very well back in high school. So I wanted to at least go to college, start with a diploma. Like I am innovative. Like I love reading. I love knowing about, learning about new things. But unfortunately, my parents couldn't manage to take me back to high school. No, not to high school, to college. Sorry, I'm sleepy. It's almost morning. I've taken a lot of coffee. Okay, my parents couldn't manage to take me to college, so I had to look for a job. After high school, I worked as a nanny. I was 18 years back then, so the first house I used to work as a nanny, the guy used to hit on me because sasa aliona fresh blood that he can take advantage of. I had to quit my job. After I quitted my job, I lived with my sister for a while. Then I got this job. I got this job as a milk attendant in Embakasi pipeline. Yeah, I was selling milk, ATM, nikitumia ATM. So I was nilikuwa naishi hapo na bado nauza maziwa. The business was not doing so well, so the owner had to close it because she was not getting much profit. So she was always anarudi kwa mfuko kunilipa, anarudi kwa mfuko kulipa nyumba. So she had to close down the business. After that, I had to go. That was back in 2017. I had to go. I didn't want to go home. So I went to live with my brother for a while. After living with my brother, I got a job. I also got a job as a milk attendant, also at a different shop. I was doing well. So somebody referred me to a different shop. The shop was doing very, very well. I used to sell more than 200 liters in a day. So I did business there. Alafu nikapata mtu alikuwa anakuja akizunguka. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. Hakuna kitu nachukia kwa maisha yangu kama kuajiriwa. So kuna this woman alikuwa anatuuzia fruits pudding, in terms of pudding. Alikuwa anapitia hapo place nilikuwa nauza maziwa, anatuuzia matunda. And I felt like this is a this is a brilliant idea that maybe I can venture into a different location. So as I was selling milk, I used to save a lot of money because I remember back then I used to live with my then boyfriend. So whenever I used to get paid, nilikuwa nalipa 600 a day. Then marupurupu, maziwa iko na marupurupu, extra money. So I used to get like maybe I used to make 1,000 a day. So I used to save. I used like after nilikuwa nikiacha hiyo kazi, I had like 30,000. Sikuwa nimefanya hapo for a while because I used to support my siblings. So I used to save some money at least to establish myself. So after that, I started my own business as a fruit vendor. Nikabuy starting capital was roughly 10,000. Yeah, nikaenda Kamukonji, nikabuy those containers, buckets and everything. Then nikaenda Marigiti, nikabuy fruits, all types of fruits. Yeah. Na nikajifunza how to cut those fruits into different shapes and everything. I did that business for a while. It used to give me good profit. I used to make a profit of 800 in a day. So I used to make good money. After that, I had to rent my... we quarreled with my then boyfriend and I had to move out. Yeah, guys, stop cheating on us. It hurts. Yeah, it's a long story. So I had to look for my own apartment where I rented a bedsitter. Yeah, I had to look for my own apartment. I rented a bedsitter huko Pipeline. Bedsitter Pipeline at that time ilikuwa roughly 6,000. I used to pay 6,000. Now 6,000. So I used to live there na naishi Pipeline, but biashara nilikuwa nafanyia Utawala back in 2018. That was 2018, yeah. I continued with the business until I met this guy. So I wanted to go back to school. Back then I have saved some money, so I've planned on going back to school. I wanted to do linguistics. I wanted to do a Chinese language. My sister was working with a Chinese company, and I knew if I was able to learn more about Chinese culture or learn about their language, she'll be able to connect me to be an interpreter to them. So I met this guy. So I wanted to go back to school, but nilikuwa naona nikiwa shule I want to be able to do my business. Nitaacha biashara yangu kama imehang. I didn't think critically. So I met this guy. Tulikuwa tunaishi kwa plot moja. The guy used to do online business, like alikuwa anafanya sijui, he used to work with something live long. I don't know whether it's live long ama something live long product. So I wanted him to help me learn how to do the business, so that at least I had a laptop. Yeah, my brother bought me a laptop. Yeah, so I wanted him to teach me how I can be able to work from home, so that I can be able to attend classes and also be able to survive, like nilipe school fees. My sister was willing to help me to pay my school fees, but I also needed money to survive. Nairobi ni shamba la mawe, so I needed money. I needed money to survive. I needed money to pay my bills, transport, because I was going for classes huko Tao. So I had to give in. Like huyu jamaa alikuwa anaishi 7th floor, nilikuwa naishi 2nd floor. Alikuwa ananiona tu maybe nikizunguka. The guy was well off, kind of, I don't know. So one day I gave in. I was 19. Yeah, I was 19. I gave in to this guy. He came to my house. I thought he was a nice guy and he was willing to help me. But unfortunately, things led to each other. Whatever happened, that let's be a history. But I got pregnant. I have a son who is 5 years old. I'm a mom. I'm happy. I'm blessed. I don't regret having him. He is a blessing. He's the reason why I work very hard. He's the reason why I want to make it in life. So I got pregnant. My life shattered. Like, I felt that this is the end of my life. I was not ready for this pregnancy. I didn't even know how to break the news to anyone. So I realized that I was pregnant when I was just 2 weeks. 2 weeks, yeah, I knew I was pregnant, so it was early. But I felt that, yeah, things are not going on well. I used to wake up, nasikia kususu mara mingi, nasikia kutapika, nasikia uchovu, uzembe, nasikia sitaki kwenda classes. So it was on a Saturday morning. I'm a Seventh-day Adventist, so I was to go to church. But that morning nikaamka na moods mbaya, nikakula ugali. That time ilikuwa season ya avocado. Nikakula ugali na avocado na skuma. Let me tell you, Maina. Ilinichafua roho and nikatapika. My neighbors were staring at me like, msichana. I was young back then. Yeah, nilikuwa nimesoma biology but sikuwa najua naweza pata ball because like whatever happened when I got pregnant, I black out, so I don't remember anything happened that night. So that's why I was not aware whether I'm pregnant or whether I was sick. So the first thing I did, I love my sister very much. So I believe she's my confidant. She's the person that I tell everything. So the first thing I did, I called my sister and I told her like, I feel I'm not alone. I feel like I'm pregnant. She advised me, no, before I told my sister, like before I told my sister that I was pregnant, I already bought a kit and ran some tests. Yeah. Nilikuwa nishafanya test kale kakurusha kwa nini. Guess what? Hata akakusita 2 lines. And I was like, Jesus, I'm pregnant. So I panicked and I called my sister. Nikamwambia Grace, back then she used to work at a Chinese company, uko construction ya Naivasha really, I don't know. So she told me that those kits are fake. At least nikasikia raha ndani ya roho. Those kits are fake. I go to a clinic. Hapo place nilikuwa naishi kulikuwa na ka clinic. So mimi papa na slippers zangu hadi kwa clinic. And I told he was a male doctor. I told him I have tested na nataka nifanyie test ya damu to be sure whether I'm pregnant. The guy was willing. I guess he charged me 200. Yeah. So I did the test and guess what? 2 lines. But the guy advised me. He told me that they do abortion. Like, you're sick. I told him I was a student, so he told me that that is nothing to worry about. If it's 2 weeks, I'll just take pill, misoproto, I don't know. Then itatoka tu kama damu. Guess what? I was buying the idea very, yeah. I bought the idea. And I thought that was a brilliant idea because no one will fight about it. Just take the pill. Oh yeah, I thought about my friend. I had this friend, we were very close to each other. So back then, I won't mention her name. So I wanted to call her so that when I take the pill, I got tested on Saturday, so I was to take the pills on Monday. So I planned to call her and tell her to come tuishi pamoja for a while, for maybe 1 week, because I had an auntie who died because of abortion, because of bleeding, early bleed hadi akakufa. So I had that fear. Maybe if I take the pill, I'm gonna bleed to death. So I bought that idea of calling my friend because I knew if I tell my sister I want to do abortion, she'll be against that. So I didn't call my friend, so I went home. I told the doctor I'll think about it. After I went home, there's this song by Philip Kimani. That day I didn't go to church, so I stayed at home. I was depressed. I texted the person who was responsible for my pregnancy. He was not in Kenya. He was in Ethiopia. Yeah. So he told me we'll talk about it when he's back to Kenya. Guess what? I told the guy I want to get rid of the baby. I'm not ready to be a mom at 19 years old. And the guy was threatening, like, you can't get rid of my baby. If you get rid of my baby, I'm going to sue you. The guy. So I told the guy, if you sue me, I'll say you raped me, because you did that out of my conscience. The guy said, if you say I raped you, I will say, why didn't you report about it? So I was naive. Like, I've been vulnerable for the past of my life. I don't know why I fear people. I feel like they are always right. I don't know. I don't care about my own feelings, but I made about how others will feel about me. So I used to think about that day. I was listening to this song. There's this song by Philip Kimani Kikuyu. It goes like, amukira igogona rya ngoro yakwa. Yeah, something like that. So I listened to the song and I was like, there's this stanza sijui ya ngapi inasema, sijui if God was willing to sacrifice his own son for us, can my parent do the same? Can my mom be willing to sacrifice my brother to die for my sins? So I was like, whatever I'll do, I'll be committing murder. I am a Christian. Hakuna kitu naogopa kwa hii maisha kama kukosea. So kama hakuna kitu naogopa kukosea ni kufanya dhambi, but I know, yeah, nimefanya dhambi mingi, but I knew that was a bigger one. So that day I prayed. Have you ever communicated? You feel like you are communicating directly. You are communicating directly with God. I felt as if I was communicating with God. I told God, Mungu, nimeamua huu mtoto sitaua. Nimeamua nitaweka hii mimba. I know I'm young. I was 18, kwa nimefikisha hata 19 vizuri. So nikaamua, Mungu, sitaua mtoto, lakini huyu mtoto na yetu sikawahi kosa. Kama ni chakula, kama ni pampers, kama ni rent, na kama ni food, na kama ni school fees akifika kwenda shule, usikawahi kosa. And I'll give you a testimony. So after I communicated with my God, he showed me the way. I felt relieved. Ushaisikia like mzigo imekuondokea. Like I felt like roho yangu ni mzito, but hiyo uzito imeisha. And I decided to keep the baby. I decided to attend clinics. I decided to know the well-being of my baby. Oh yeah, the guy came back. Yeah, I showed him the test kit. He was doubting me. He thought that I wanted. He has this belief that as Kikuyu ladies, just because you have money, I can make any excuse just to get your money. I hated him because of that. I still do hate him. I forgave him though. So he told me, I know you are lying that you are pregnant for me. You are pregnant for me and this baby is not mine. He knew I had a boyfriend. You remember niliwaambia I used to live with my boyfriend. So nikihama to my new apartment, my then boyfriend used to come to beg me for us to get back together, but I have already made up my mind. I hate lies, so the guy was literally lying to me and he was still seeing his baby mama. Nimekapitia. So nikiwa 19 bado nilikuwa na date mtu ako na baby mama. Jesus. Okay. Slide. So okay. So the guy thought that pregnancy belonged to that guy. And I was trying to throw my pregnancy to him so that he can take care of the baby. Oh God. The guy had to move out. Nilikuwa nimwambia tulikuwa tunaishi kwa plot moja, akahama, akaniblock at 2 weeks, at 3 weeks now. Let's say 3 weeks na akaniblock. So I was in that journey all alone for 9 months. So I had to continue. I had to quit school. I quitted school and I went back to my business. You remember I used to sell fruits. Haikuwa inaonekana. So hata nikahama nyumba ya 6,000 nikaenda single room ya 3,000 because now I had to save money. I didn't want my parents to know. The only person who knew that I was pregnant ni sister yangu peke yake. And she is my confidant. She is my confidant. I told you about that. She kept the secret. So I used to work, yani tulikuwa tunafanya kazi na my auntie, like a place kwa shop. That's why I used to do most. Nilikuwa nakatia matunda kwa shop yake, alafu sasa nazungusha nini. But she never finds out that I was pregnant. After nimejua niko na ball, hata kutapika iliisha, nikaacha morning sicknesses, but I used to go to clinic. So nikaona like after 5 months nikaona I used to wear hoods. Like kamimba kakianza kutokea nilikuwa na vaa sweater hoods, so they used to think that haikutokea. By the my pregnancy ilianza kuonekana nikiwa 7 to 8 months ndio ilianza kukua kubwa. So one day after job nilivimba miguu. I tested my aunt, nikamwambia her blood pressure. So I told her that my blood pressure is very high because I'm pregnant. And she was like, uko na mimba na ujai niambia, hata uonekani, hata ukai. And I was like, yeah, I've been hiding it. I didn't want to tell anyone. I wanted to do it all by myself. But since we live close to each other, I have to tell you. Asa nikaona it's free. So I can also tell my sister-in-law. I told my sister-in-law. She was very, very, very much worried about me. I love you, Miriam, for that. So she told my mother. My sister-in-law. Yani Miri ungenyamaza. She told my mother. Oh, my mother was like, what? Na nilikuwa naonyeshwa. My mother was like, nilikuwa naonyeshwa. Wazazi na kuonyeshwa. She was like, sasa hiyo ni kitu ya kunificha. Kwamba I had to because I didn't want to look bad. Because I was the innocent. I'm the innocent girl in our village. I am the innocent face. I'm that girl you cannot judge. Like, I know myself. I'm not that such bad of a person, but when mistakes happen, you embrace them and you learn from them and you move on. So after my mom wamejua, they were like, and how are you surviving? Kambia, I'm working. I'm very hardworking by the way. Ni uzembe tu inaniingianga. I hate when I feel like a failure. So I continued working until I was 8 months pregnant. No, until I remember yeah, niliacha kuuza fruits nikiwa kitu 7 months. Sasa juu 7-8 months I used to sell, watu wananihurumia, wananibaia tu juu sasa unaona mimba imeanza kutokea, imeanza kuwa kubwa, and they are like, wewe wacha tukununulie out of pity, out of huruma. Like I used to feel like I hate kuhurumiwa. By the way, all my life I hate kuhurumiwa. That's why I always work my ass out. So nikaacha, nilikuwa nachoka sana, so navimba miguu, then I quitted my job. Wacha niwaambie, the journey was not smooth because I'm making it look smooth. I had complications because of stress. I used to live alone. So nikienda home, I used to sleep and cry in my sleep. God, did I deserve all this? Why did I have to get pregnant? Sometimes I used to regret. When you are in a journey alone, sometimes you live in feeling denial. I had self-denial. I feel like I'm a failure. But guess what? I have a mirror. I have angel, a boy who makes me happy every time I look at him. I also give thanks to my friends from Florence. Thank you, God. That girl used to check on me. We used to study together back in high school. So she went to university. So she used to be my best friend. But that she's the girl behind my son's name. So I did that honor, that I wanted to give that honor of naming my friend after naming my son after my friend's then boyfriend's name. Sijui kama anajua hivyo. So she used to comfort me. She used to be there. She used to cook for me. She used to do shopping for me, wash clothes for me, do cleaning for me, then go back to school. Alikuwa anasomea Machakos, and she used to come to Utawala, do all that sometimes on a weekend, and then go back to classes. She's such a gem. I don't take that for granted. So after that I had complications. I used to do scans. Oh yeah, I had someone. Have you ever had a God sent in your life? There's this guy by the name Wangi. This guy, he was an angel, a God sent. Like hata people used to think that alikuwa mbaba wangu, but guess what? The guy, we never slept together. We never even had any relationship. Like he used to tell me, you are like my sister. The guy used to pay for all my clinics. I used to go to a private clinic, and every time nikienda clinic because of complications nilikuwa nafanywa scans. I had hata juzi ndo nimezihesabu. I did 9 scans in total. 9 scans, and each cost me 2,500. So imagine, the guy used to pay for all the scans, pay for my NHIF card. Ilikuwa ishakuwa dormant, akatoa sijui almost 10,000 and paid for my card. He used to buy, like nikimwambia today I used to crave for fish a lot. Nikimwambia like I'm craving for fish, he used to send me money. Like he used to tell me whenever he sends me money, blessings used to flow on his way. Like akifanya kazi, kama ni client anataka, ananitumia pesa alafu anapata client. So hiyo ni Mungu. So nakumbuka kuna agreement tulikuwa tumemake na God. That's why it used to happen to you. That's why I used to be that lucky. And I thank God for you, because you never reach a point that you wanted to sleep with me. You never reached such point. You did that from deep down your heart. And may God always bless you together with your family. One day, I'll give a hug when I get rich. Maybe I'll get rich one day. I'm still not rich. So, after having complications, After having complications, I used to go for checkups. So nikaanza kutoka maji, my womb ikaanza kufunguka because of stress watu nakapitia. So I used to go to hospital, nikadungwa mashindano za huku nyuma za kufanya mtoto asitoke before time. I hate that story, but I thank God because I gave birth at 40 weeks. My baby alikaa huko ndani hadi wakati ukafika. God works in miraculous ways. And he was very mature and he weighed 3.8. Yeah, 3.8. He was very big. Damn, he had a big head. Alinirarua huko chini vibaya sana. Anyway, I'm so happy that I was able to bring a creature. He will be successful one day. I know he will see this story and he'll know that I gave birth when I was 19 and I was very, 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 very much willing and very, very much hardworking. And then mwambia nilifanya kazi hadi I gave birth on Easter Monday, April 2019 at 10:53. So nilifanya kazi hiyo Sunday usiku na Monday nikaamkia kwenda kuzaa. I was that flexible and hardworking. I had to. I never had any option. Usikaitegemea watu. Ukitegemea watu sana wanachoka na wewe. Ukitegemea watu sana huwa anaona umekuwa too much, wanachoka na wewe. So I used to make sure that at least kama leo mwenye nategemea hana, at least I can manage it on my own. After I gave birth, I thank God for my family. They took care of me for the first 2 weeks, yeah. They used to come, wash clothes for me. Asikwenda ushago mimi. After I gave birth, I used to stay alone. Again, alone. I didn't know how to breastfeed. I didn't even know how to kushika mtoto. So all Darren's life, kumnyonyesha nilikuwa namlalisha chini, naeka pillow. Then akanyonyesha, nashika tumatiti hivi, nakaekelea hivi kananyonya. Then nilifunza nafaa kumlalisha hapa na mbafdo. Atoe hicho, I still don't know what it's called. Atoe eroroko. In Kikuyu, that's what we call it. So I struggled. I used to struggle. Siku anaamka analia. But I thank my classmates, my high school classmates, akina Stella, akina Pili, akina Bene. You guys were, akina Flo. You guys were God sent. Yani used to do for me shopping. Mnakuja mnanifanyia shopping ya whole month. Tunacheka, tunachekelea watu venye tuko tunawachekelea tuko high school. Yani used to make me feel alive. Mnatoka from Muregeti, from Garariga, and you come all over to Utawala just to check on me. That's not being loved. I love you too, guys. And once you give birth, takuja nikae kwenye wiki mzima. Tafukuzwa na bwana yenu nimekaa sana. I love you guys very much. I did love. Although you don't talk much, but I appreciate that. That's why I don't cut you off. I still have your number. Yeah, let's now talk about my sister. I have this sister who is God sent. We quarrel, we fight, we don't even talk to each other sometimes. We disagree. But she is the godmother. She's the godmother, she's the godfather, she's everything to my son. Like, hata mtoto wangu, like, anamuamini hata kuniliko. Like, she prefers being with her than me. Although, hataka kulala na yeye, anataka kulala na mamake. She used to take care of us. She used to, whenever short in cash, she used to make sure that she pays for my bills sometimes when I was unable to. She used to kutoka from my Mahio uko construction ya SGR anakuja hadi Nairobi just to check on us every weekend. My brother every Saturday, okay, sorry, mi ni Mkikuyu. Every Saturday evening alikuwa anakuja ananiletea fruits. He used to sell fruits. After nimeacha kuuza matunda, nilimfuza hiyo biashara ya matunda. So he used to sell fruits. Anakuja after zenye zimebaki zote anatuletea, tunakula na mtoto wangu. Ananiambia nikule ndio nipate maziwa. My big brother and my sister-in-law, they used to come wash clothes for me. Like my family, my mama akanipikia uji ya mboga, atio kamtungi kazima, akakuja akanipikia njahi. My auntie always came to check on me, anakuja amepika ready food. Like my family was always there for me. I appreciate that. Nikitajirika nyinyi. Hey, I'll never forget you. You make me emotional sometimes. So I thank God for you. The journey was smooth because of you guys. I thank you. I thank God every day that you never lack. Na mkiomba pia Mungu anawajibu. Juu your hospitality and your love for other people can never go unappreciated. Oh, let's go to the baby daddy. So I gave birth. I don't like abusing him, but after I gave birth, I'm still stupid. I reached on him through Facebook, and I told him I gave birth to a very amazing boy. And I even sent him a picture. I'm very stupid. Yani the guy is never there. I just wanted my baby to have a complete family. Yeah, we were never in love with the guy. I never loved the guy. I never even know the guy, his second name. I never know about his family, of which I don't even know about it right now. So I reached out for the guy, but he was married. He was already married. So every time I used to call him, he used to tell me, I have to consult my wife. I have to consult my wife. You know what? I have to ask my wife. And I was like, Jehova, nimesurvive ile jani yenye ilikuwa mzito, mtoto ukuja na sahani yake, bado umeanza kuniambia you have to consult your wife. I decided to accept that closure. I decided to raise my baby on my own. Yeah. Venye mtoto anaendelea kukua, ndo majukumu inaanzanga kuwa mingi. I didn't go back to the fruit vending business. You know, I used to make good money, but I didn't go back to that business. I used to do online jobs. Like I used to, that was back in 2020. Yeah, 2019 nilikuwa nafanya hizo online job. I used to sell books online, farming books. I used to read books. Niliwaambia napenda kusoma nikiamua. So I used to read farming books. By that's where I nilipata hiyo interest ya kuwa a farmer. I want to be a farmer in future. Yeah, farming is in my head. It is in my blood. Like I want to do farming because farming is promising. Like you'll never get employed. You are self-employed. You never work for anyone. You are working for your animals, for the betterment of other people, their health, their lifestyle. Of which that's what I want to accomplish in life. And I don't want to be married to my work. I want my work to marry me. I want to have that free time. I can go for a vacation. I can be able to guide my kids the better way in the, like kama ni ukulima na wafunza mapema na make sure like if I die nitawachia, like I know I will get married someday. I believe in having a family. So I know one day I'll get married. I'll have a husband. I'll sleep next to my husband. I'll wake up next to my husband, kissing me. kisses on my forehead every morning, waking up to a good morning, baby. It's never that easy. So I used to work online. Nilikuwa nauza PDF na nauzia watu, like they used to buy. Hey, that business, I used to make money because like I used to sell a book at 100 bob, and in a day I used to sell maybe let's say to 30 people. Like in a day I used to make, tuseme in a week I would even make 6,000 7,000. Then nakaa wiki ingine moja kama sija post, so that watu wakuwa wamesahau, then nirudishe hizo post Facebook and also make money by selling those books. I used to read those books ndo waamini mimi ni mkulima. I used to read them, napata knowledge. At least mtu akiniuliza swali nilikuwa namjibu, namwambia this is how you're supposed to treat coccidiosis in chicken and other, maybe kama unatumia traditional means ama unafaa kutumia immunization ama vaccination, how to follow the procedures. So I used to do all that. Yeah, my page, mostly of my page would be about lifestyle and about healthy living and about how to do farming as I start this journey. So that's, I used to make good money. That's how we used to survive. COVID ikakuja. Kwanza COVID ikikuja, that's when the business ili hit, juu watu walikuwa nataka kujua how they can manage their farm when they are at home. So watu walikuwa wameona mwisho wa dunia umefika and they won't be able to go to work, and the only thing that they can do is farming. So I used to make good money. Watu wakisema hakuna pesa, me I used to make money. I survived. So guys, after I used to make good money out of selling books online, and after that COVID ikakuja, but biashara mnajua mkianzisha kwa market watu wengi wataifanya, so na ni kitu ya online, so ikakuwa like unauzia huyu vitabu na yeye anaanza kuuza. So ikakaa kama ni competition, like kila mtu anataka kufanya hiyo biashara, because they used to say like I used to do it like 3 guys, so they used to see that we are making money. So biashara ikija kwa market inaenda chini. Yeah, competition, unafaa kuenda na competition, but kuna competition inakuanga healthy competition, na kuna ingine unaonanga wacha tu nisingangane nayo. COVID ikakuja ikaendelea, but I withdrawed and I looked, nikaona I'm not making enough money. I look for a job. Guess what? Job yenye nikepata ni kuwa kaza waiter. Nimesafa Kanairo. Nikatafuta kazi ya waiter. I got employed at the Tunnel. Maybe most of you know about the Tunnel. Iko Mombasa Road. It's a big club. I used to work there as a steward. Nilikuwa naosha vyombo. Glasses zilinikata mikono. I worked there for 2 weeks. Then kukafungwa juu ya COVID. I had to go back home. Nikaendelea na kuuza PDF zangu. I used to work there as I still nikiuza PDF. So hata nikirudi home, they didn't even pay me for those 2 weeks. Hata risigi haienda. Although I met a guy there. So nikaendelea na kuuza PDF. Then afterwards nikaona zinipei pesa. There's this big club along Eastern Bypass. Ilikuwa inaitwa The Avery Lounge. Ilikuwa imehit sana time ya COVID, because it was the only club that was, ilikuwa inafunguliwa ni ya mheshimiwa. So I don't know what they used to do, but the club used to operate even at the curfew hours. So I got a job there as a waitress. Yeah, they used to pay us 16,000 per month, alafu na tips. Hapo tips tulikuwa tunapata tu proper. I used to go home even with 10,000, with 15,000. Like I used to make good money. Nikatoka kwa bedsitter ka 3K, nikaenda kwa nikatoka kwa single room nikaenda kwa bedsitter ya 7,000. Yeah, 7,000. So I continued working there, but I've been working there for the past 5 years. Is it 5 years? No, for the past 3 years, since 2020 and 2023 on December. So those are 4 years. For 4 years na hawakunifuta kazi, mi ndo nilijifuta. Like, it's a good company. I used to do my job. I used to work well. Thank you to my friends there. They used to be nice to me, and they used to be nice. They used to consider me like I have a kid, I have to go to check on my baby and everything. So what I'm trying to say that I've been working for the past as a club attendant, as a waitress for the past 4 years. Nilimefanya kazi, nikiquit nafanya, narudi, bado they accept me. Yeah, I needed more to survive. So all along, the person who used to take care of my baby is this woman, this wonderful woman. She had kids, so I used to leave my kid with her. Anamwangalia Darren. My son knows her as her mom. She refers her as her mom because she used to take care of him. Naenda job mchana, nilikuwa nimekuwa day shift, so at least I had time for my kid. Natoka job, naenda tunakaa na mtoto wangu usiku, then asubuhi naamkia shift. Then he went to school back in 2022, akajoin PP class, 2023 PP1, 2024 now he's in PP2. Oh yeah, his dad came along. I begged him. I had to beg him now. I really need his help, so I reached out. Nikaonyesha vulnerability wangu wote, nikamwambia bro, you need, hata kama nikusaidia tu kulipa school fees, I needed my baby to start with a good foundation. So I took him to a good school where I used to pay a school fees of 25,000. So the guy was willing to be paying for the school fees as I cater for the food and rent and everything, of which I was very much okay with that, because like sige afford your school fees na your salary ya 16,000 hata kama kulikuwa na tip. And I also needed to save money because I have always wanted to quit my job to go back to school. Yeah, so we never had a good relationship with my father's kid. I hated him. I used to hate him because I used to blame him. He's the reason why I'm suffering. But it's okay. That's the past. So my baby went to school. He's doing well. He's a big... As I'm winding up, sijalala by that. I've been awake. It's 5:14 in the morning. I've not slept. Okay, I usually take coffee when I'm stressed, when I feel like I'm low. I take coffee, I write, or I decide to talk. That's why I took this opportunity to record my past life. So guys, what I'm trying to say today, it's like it's never easy to be this far. It has never been easy. So appreciate every moment that you have in your life. Make every moment count. And know that with God, everything is possible. You can make it through. You are wonderful. Hakuna mtu amezaliwa kwa hii maisha kusafa. So last year kitu November, I met this wonderful guy back in 2021 where I used to work, but we cut our communication short because of some issues here and there. So back in 2023, November 28th, we started talking, and the guy, like, he's like my destiny connector. So we started talking, and the guy promised to take me back to school. Yeah, we have a relationship now. Maybe one day we're gonna be a family. We're gonna have kids. We're gonna have a big family. We're gonna have a big farm. Yeah. For now, wacha tu tumweke low profile. So guys, I'm back to school. I'm studying procurement and logistics. at CTech University. I'm so happy. I never thought that I used to save like for the past 1 year up to 2023. Nilikuwa napata salary na save kidogo yenye napata so that I can be able to go back to school. But guess what? When God decide it's your time, anatuma vultures. No, he's not a vulture, of course, but he said people you don't think that they can help you, people you don't even talk to, but they come into your life and start doing wonders and doing things that you never thought that will ever happen to your life. So guys, I'm thankful. May God bless him, and I never take whatever he does for me for granted, because he takes care of me, he takes care of my kid. He loved me with my calf. He takes care of my kid. He's in a good school. I'm in school. He's paying all our bills. As we all say, never take advantage of us. Always make sure that you are productive. You're also productive. Always work hard. Also always make yourself count also in a relationship. Sikaitegemea kila kitu kutoka kwa mtu, utaumia. So guys, as I'm winding up, I need to sleep. Sijui hata nitalala saa ngapi juu ni 5:19. I need to wake up early to prepare my son to school. So I just wish you all the best, and I wish you relate to my story and know that you can make it also through. And you never know your tomorrow. You never know where you are suffering. Maybe God is preparing you for something better. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. Keep believing in yourself. Let everything you do count. Do everything with humbleness, with a kind heart. You never know whom you are doing it to. Okay, when I met this guy, I served him. I was a waitress, so I served him like I'm serving him well. And the guy liked me because I was humble. So whenever you are doing anything, do it ukifikiria I'm doing it without expecting anything in return. You don't know what God is preparing you for. So believe in God. I'll just say you believe in God. I know when it is your time, God is gonna make it happen. Blessings. Adios, muchachos. I need to sleep for at least 30 minutes so that I can wake up and prepare my son to school and start running errands for the day. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me. Subscribe, like, comment, share for more. I love you guys. Ta-la-ta-ta-ta-ta.